business, and we are continuing to grow those numbers.
That is an incredible list of pieces to the puzzle that all have to come together. And so you just answered another one of my questions. I wondered how you dealt with the mental health of these individuals, since a lot of them have PTSD or, traumatic, there may be some traumatic brain injuries or, things that, certainly I'm sure these people are dealing with, whether it's depression or fear or anxiety. So, even having to have a social worker and a psychiatrist on staff. Now, are those people full-time with you, or do they come in as needed, or are they just part of the everyday staff?
Well, our recipient relations director, she is full-time. Our psychiatrist is a consultant for us. And we keep her busy. We're probably going to end up bringing her on staff eventually. So, because there is a lot to understand. We have regular training classes with our staff, because when you're dealing with people that have these disabilities, you're going to see meltdowns. You're going to have people that experience seizures in your presence. You're going to have people that have flashbacks, and you have to know how to cope with all that. You may have someone who falls. There's just a myriad of disabilities, and even though we're not doctors and nurses, we are trained on how to help cope with the immediate.
So how long does it take for the dog trainers to be trained? How long does it take to train the trainer to be able to get these dogs to the level? I'm sure they're always learning. Are these people who come to you and say, hey, I want to be a dog trainer, and they have no experience, and will you start with somebody from scratch, or do you find people who are already doing dog training and then train them to do the specialized things that you need them to train?
Well, we do both. We do love to have, especially some of our veterans come in that were dog handlers or dog trainers in the military, as well as people that maybe don't have the experience. And we have an apprenticeship program. I wrote a curriculum a couple of years ago because I wanted to improve the quality of training that was taking place in the industry, and not just the training of the dog, but learning how to deal with people that have disabilities and high anxieties and so forth. So my curriculum is now a state-approved, college-accredited, and underwritten by the VA, and
Wow.
It's a 2.5-year program. So it's a 2.5-year training program for people that would like to become service dog trainers. And in the process, it's very comprehensive. So if they figure out along those 2.5 years that being a service dog trainer is not really what they wanted, we're also introducing them to the many, many different facets of the pet industry, whether it's retail, wholesale, nutrition, veterinary care, because all of those things impact our lives every day in producing the best quality service animal. And so we're teaching all of those things along the way. So if they decide that veterinary care is really their niche and that's the direction they want to follow, then certainly they can opt out and go do that. But we've been able to introduce something very productive to their life that's going to give them a career. And but otherwise, for those that do want to become the service dog trainers, high-quality service dog trainers, we do have a certified program, and it's 2.5 years. It's here in Florida, and we are about to open it in Pennsylvania as well, and more states after that.
Wow. How many colleges is this program in?
Well, it's not taught at the college. It's taught at our campus.
Oh, but it's just college accredited. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, they do get college credits for it, but it is all done at our campus, 40 hours a week. And it's actually a paid apprenticeship program.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, there you go, folks. It's kind of cool if this is something that you think might be your calling. So they're coming to Florida. They're living on the campus, although soon you're going to have it in Pennsylvania as well. And so at the end of a 2.5-year credit, they get college credits for this. Then can they transfer those credits to another college to finish a degree, or can they get an associate's degree since it's a 2.5-year program in dog training?
Well, the credits actually go towards business management.
Oh.
They didn't have a category. I mean, the service dog industry is still, as compared to other industries, it's still fairly much a baby. This all didn't really start until the 1980s when the first nonprofits started popping up. And so there's still a lot of work to be done on how to fit it in and have it coded for certain things. And so right now that's how that functions. But they will also come out, if this is what they want to do, now they're going to be a very talented person that can apply to other service dog organizations for a position or at our rate of growth. If they're good, we're going to hire them ourselves.
And how many apprentices do you generally have there at a time?
We take on new apprentices every quarter. And
every quarter, okay.
Yes. And there is an interview process, a scoring process that's all set up by the state. And so every quarter we look at all the people that have applied throughout that quarter and been interviewed. And whoever has the highest score is the next person invited for the apprenticeship.
So there's literally only 4 people a year getting into this apprenticeship program?
Oh, no, it's a 2.5-year program, so we have 10 all the time.
Oh, so there's 10 there all the time. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. So as one leaves, another one comes in each
Correct.
quarter.
And as one gets promoted to the next section, because it's all broken down by sections, then the next person comes in. And once we open more campuses, then, of course, the program will be duplicated in those areas as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And it's a paid apprenticeship, which is very cool. So you can see how important the fundraising is. And, you know, I think that people kind of lose sight of the importance of fundraising. So I'm the chief medical officer for Monkey's House Senior Hospice and Sanctuary. And there's 25 to 30 dogs that we pull from. That's how many we have on campus, which is in someone's house at a time, and we're pulling those dogs from high-kill shelters, and every one of them is a hospice case. You know, they've got a life-threatening, life-ending illness or diagnosis, and the money that it requires to get these dogs to, you know, basically survive at first, but then to feed them the way we want to feed them and to do the medical care, the surgeries, you know, whatever it is that those dogs need, it requires incredible amounts of money. And, you know, unfortunately, for, you know, a lot of people, all they want to do is take care of dogs. And what you don't realize is you have to spend so much time raising money and, you know, getting the funds needed to care for the dogs. And it's kind of overlooked, and, you know, people don't think about that part of it, but it's huge. It is really huge. Without that money, you can't do the program.
That's absolutely correct. And we don't skimp on quality for our animals because they are literally out there saving lives. And so we do feed a top quality diet. They do have top quality medical care. You know, the people on staff that take care of our veterinary medicine portion, my veterinary manager, she's got 26 years of experience. And so we have veterinarians that work very closely with us. And, you know, the food bill and the veterinary bill are two of our biggest bills. But
absolutely.
We're not going to change that, though, because you can feed a low-grade diet and you're going to have a whole lot more problems. We don't have ear infections. We don't have allergy problems. We don't have any of the things that can easily be connected back to a poor quality diet.
Absolutely. And, you know, that was one of the things, you know, you work mostly with German Shepherds, and I have to say, in my practice, German Shepherds are like an allergy looking for a place to happen. If they're not fed a high-quality diet, these dogs are going to have chronic ear infections, chronic skin infections, be itchy, dry, just miserable. And I see it so often, and then that, of course, makes the dogs cranky because they just feel so terrible all the time. And, you know, it's kind of a big frustration for pet owners. So, you know, I'm very happy to hear that, you know, you're controlling the diet, and that is part of making sure that people are mentally and financially capable of caring for the dog so that they don't turn around and say, well, you know, this dog food's going to cost a quarter of the price of the dog food they told me I should feed. I'm going to skimp and cut corners. But in the long run, that's going to cause so many more problems for the handler and also the dog. We need to take another break to hear from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation, and I want Carol to help people understand the difference between service dogs, emotional support dogs, therapy dogs, companion animals, and why it's so important to have the distinctions, and what are the imposter dogs, and what do we need to do about that. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few moments with my guest, Carol Borden.
Interested in learning more? Visit Dr. Morgan's website at www.drjudymorgan.com, where you'll find detailed information about her blogs, a schedule of her upcoming speaking engagements, free information about integrative and holistic medicine, as well as an interactive forum where anyone can ask Dr. Morgan a question completely for free. Visit her website today to join the mailing list, where you'll find exclusive information and promotions only available to those select subscribers. Dr. Morgan is an accomplished author, having published several books about veterinary medicine and home cooking for your pets. You can find From Needles to Natural, detailing her journey from practicing traditional medicine to understanding the healing power of holistic practices today on Amazon Prime, as well as What's for Dinner Dexter and Canine Kitchen Capers, which are two great recipe books that you'll find both delicious and entertaining. When it comes to our pets' health, you can never be too careful. We invest significant time in ensuring that they have long and happy lives, but it's important to invest the same dedication into our own longevity. The key active ingredient in Dr. Morgan's wellness formula, pure New Zealand deer antler velvet, is now available as a standalone human-grade product. Life Deer Antler Velvet is a whole food supplement rich in calcium and collagen to support healthy joints and strong bones. Our products prioritize purity, ethical harvesting, and quality sourcing above all else. Visit lifepurerecovery.com to learn more and order your first bottle today.
Tune into world-renowned author, speaker, and holistic veterinarian Dr. Judy Morgan, and now radio host of Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network every Monday and Tuesday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Not sure which vaccinations should be given or how often? Not sure which food is best for your individual pet? Find out the answers to your questions in this weekly show, where Dr. Judy interviews top experts and showcases the latest products that will help your pets stay naturally healthy.
Does your dog have bad breath? Tired of spending money on expensive dental procedures? Try out Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops today and save money while maintaining your pet's oral health. With New Zealand deer antler velvet as the primary ingredient, Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops are effective for treating stomatitis, gingivitis, and ulcers. You can purchase Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops directly from Amazon Prime or from her website, www.drjudymorgan.com. Dr. Morgan's Wellness Formula for dogs and cats provides multiple health benefits in one product. Made with all natural ingredients sourced from New Zealand, this supplement can be used routinely to maintain overall physical and mental well-being. This product is particularly beneficial for the maintenance of joint health, nerve and brain function, skin and coat health, immune function, gut health, and liver health. Find Dr. Morgan's Wellness Supplement today on Amazon Prime or at her website, drjudymorgan.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on DreamVision7Radio.com. So Carol Borden with Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs has been explaining to us the amount of work that goes into getting a dog from birth to service as a well-trained service dog. And so we started to talk about, before we went to break, the importance of diet for these dogs. And we all know that I'm like a food maniac, so that, you know, if it's all about the food and the good health of these animals. So Carol was telling me during the break that she actually has the 10 commandments, but now it's more like the 20 commandments. Just give us a brief description of what that is.
Well, basically, since we're donating a very expensive dog to these people, and this dog is going to be so important to their life and well-being, we have requirements in return. You know, they must keep them on the diet that we tell them. They must keep them within a certain weight. If they have any training challenges, they must contact us back. They can't change training equipment. And the list goes on, because we want to make sure the dogs have the very best and that the team is the very best team they can possibly be. And so if for any reason they don't follow our rules and the dog is no longer in an environment that is conducive to his well-being, it does still allow us the opportunity to bring the dog back if that situation isn't corrected.
And I think that's incredible that you guys keep such good tabs on these dogs. So I said before we went to break that we were going to talk about the differences between service dogs, which these dogs are clearly service dogs. They are performing many services for their owners. You know,